Alright guys, hi Shushila, thanks for joining. Good evening. So we are waiting for few more participants to join the session and then we'll have the next question. This is the very first question of today's session where we need to find out the value of 2xy, and we are given with the two expressions already and we need to calculate the value of 2xy, and let's just wait for few more participants to join and let's see how many of you can solve this. Ritesh, answer is not 6 first of all. And one more thing, for today's session I am saying it very strictly that we don't need answers only. We need the correct explanation along with the answers. So if you are here to give the answers only, don't give the answers. I need explanation along with the answers. However, your answer, which is 6, is incorrect. Take your time, think about it. Let's other wait, participate. Let's wait for others to join. And once any one of the user is going to give the correct answer along with the correct explanation, then we'll move to the next question, right? Alright, we do have one more user to give the answer. FRNGLD 4408 3.5. 3.5 could be the correct answer, but I don't need the answers only, right? Yes. After equating the yes, we have 3 users to give the correct answer, right? 3.5 is the right answer, or we can say 7.2. But let's see. 14 is incorrect. Christian is here. Christian, 14 is not the right answer. Alright, I'm going to explain this one because this is just a warm-up question. I'll be explaining this, and after this we'll move to the next question. Let's see how many of you can solve that one. But before this, I'm going to explain this one. Look, this 2 raised to power x plus y, let's keep it as it is, but this 16 can be written as 2 raised to power 4, right? And similarly this 8 can be written as 2 raised to power 3. Now if I'm going to compare both sides, the bases are same, so we can equate the powers, right? So if I'm going to equate the powers here, or we can say equate the exponent, from the very first equation I'm going to get the expression as x plus y is equal to 4, and from the second equation I'll be getting x minus y is equal to 3. So we do have two equations, right? Second equation is x minus y is equal to 3. First is this, second is this. Now if I'm going to add these two, I can get the value of x, and using the value of x I can solve the value of for the value of y, right? So the value of x is going to be 7 by 2 and the value of y is going to be 1 by 2, and if you are going to substitute it in this expression, the final answer is going to be 7 by 2. So 7 by 2 is the right answer, and for those who has written it as 3.5, that is also correct, because 7 by 2 means 3.5 only, right? Muskan Lalwani, hello, hi. Hi Muskan, thanks for joining. Alright guys, let's have the next question. Let's see how many of you can solve this one. In this question, we need to solve for the value of r. We are already given with the circle, right? Take your time. I don't need the correct answers only. I need the correct explanation along with the correct answers. You are given with the circle. You are given with the length of few of the segments. You can see and you need to find the value of the radius. I'm waiting for the correct answer along with the correct explanation, so take your time. Don't just give the answers. At least don't give the entire steps, but I do need the first approach, like very first step. What is your first step for the problem? I need that. So once we are going to, any one of you is going to give the correct answer along with the correct explanation, then we'll move to the next question. Okay? Let's see who is going to give the answer first. Guys, for this particular question, there are multiple approaches. So I just want to know how many of you are aware of how many of approaches. So it's good to share your explanations and your procedure, that how you are going to do this problem. So let's see how many of you are going to do this. Muskan, I already wish you the good evening. I think you weren't here. Hi once again. Good evening. Thanks for joining. You need to give the explanation along with the answer, Muskan. Don't just write the answers if you are going to give them. Okay, till now no one has given the correct answer for this one. No one has given even an answer. What about correct or incorrect? Is there anyone to give the answer for this one? Or else I can change the question then. If no one is going to give the answer, then we'll move to the next question directly and we'll discuss this question some other day. Okay, Black Avenger is still at the first question. Black Avenger, we are done with this question. We are having the next question in which we need to solve for the value of R. And however, your explanation for the first question is correct. This is the next question and I want you to give the correct explanation along with the correct answers. Guys, O is the center of the circle here. It is very much obvious. This segment length is given to you 16 and this is the 8, right? And it is clear that these segments are perpendicular to each other. We need to solve for the value of the radius of the circle, which is R. It has been more than 3 minutes already and no one has given the answer. That's quite like strange this time. Take your time, don't rush. We still have, this is just the second question of today's session. Suryakant is here. Hello Sunny is here. Okay, Hello Sunny has given something like R is equal to 10 using R square minus 8 square is equals to 16 minus R. That's correct. Okay. We have one of the users to give the correct answer. His equation is also correct and so do his answer is. Let's wait for a few more participants to give the answer. And let's see if by using the intersecting chord theorem, yes, we have Black Avengers to give the different approach other than Sunny. Sunny has used Pythagorean theorem, whereas Black Avenger has used intersecting chord theorem, and the answer will still remain same, right? Correct. We are waiting for a few more participants to give the correct answer. I just need 1 to 2 participants, then I'll explain one of them. Yaram, is it 10? You are right, it's 10 only. But it's not about the answers only. We need the correct explanation along with the answer, right? So if you could share your approach, that how you what you did actually, then that would be really appreciated. Suryakant, you said wait, and I'm waiting for your response. Okay, guys, it has been more than 4 to 5 minutes, I think now. I'm going to give the explanation for this one. We do have two approaches for this one. First one, which is mentioned by Sunny. Yes, Surya has used the same approach as Sunny did. What they actually did, they just joined this line AO. This is also going to be the radius, right? And this much length is nothing but, this entire length is 16, and this much portion is radius. So the remaining portion, this length, this much length, is going to be 16 minus r, right? Now in this triangle, using the Pythagorean theorem, we can write that r square is equal to 8 square plus 16 minus r square. Now using this, yes, Suryakant, you are right. Using this, you can solve for the value of r directly, right? This is one of the approach. But there is another approach which was mentioned by Vivek Dwivedi. Your answer is correct, but don't forget to give the explanation for the next question, okay? So what Black Avenger did, he extend these lines, he made it chords, like intersecting chords. Now we know that radius are perpendicular to the chord, so it is given already. So if this is 8, this is also going to be 8, right? Now we can use the intersecting chord theorem. Let's just name this much portion as x. We know for the intersecting chords inside a circle, the product of the segments is equal. So 16 into x is going to be equal to 8 into 8. So 16 into x, look this, there is no calculation in this question, nearly no calculation. So 16x is equals to 64. So x is going to be 64 by 16, so x is directly 4. So once the x is 4, this length was x, this is 4. So the entire length is going to be the diameter, which is going to be 16 plus 4 is 20. So the radius is half of the diameter. Half of the diameter is going to be 20 by 2. So the radius is going to be 10. This is the way more easier approach, right? So you can also go with this one. I have already uploaded the video on this problem, and where I shared the same approach, like the easier one. Pythagorean is very normal, it's known by everyone, right? Okay guys, so the correct answer was 10. Those everyone has given the correct answer. Let's just move to the next question without wasting any time further. Let's see how many of you can do this one. Pinky, hi Pinky, thanks for joining. Pinky, yes, you are a bit late today. This is the third question of today's session. Okay, I think the entire statement board is visible to everyone. We are given that CB, CD and FE. Let me just mark it for you guys. CB is this length, CD is this length, and FE is this length. So all of these line segments are tangents of the circle. This is already given, which means that point D, point E and point B are the point of tangencies, right? You need to solve for the value of x. Take your time, give the explanation, step-by-step explanation for this particular question, and let's see how many of you can answer this. Okay, one of the user has given the answer, but only answer is not appreciated this time, Surya. I already mentioned, and I'm not going to say it again and again, that I need explanation for the answers. I don't need answers only. Because your explanation is going to be helpful for me also and for everyone here, because I will get to know that how you are thinking about the problem, what is your level of thinking. Second thing, that everyone else is going to get to learn the new approaches, because this is a geometrical problem and geometrical problem has several approaches. So we are going to learn from each other only. Pinky is saying x plus 75 plus 60 is equal to 180. Why x plus 75, Pinky? Your answer is correct. I got to know that why you are writing it x plus 75, but how would others all are going to know this? Okay, we do have one of the users to give the correct answers. Pinky has given the correct answer, but the explanation is quite ambiguous. I am waiting for the correct explanation. Since all the points are the tangency, the external angle theorem satisfied. Yes, cos AEFB can be proven as a cyclic quadrilateral. Yes, you are right. So x is going to be, x is equals to DAB minus EAB. DAB minus EAB, that's correct. Alright. Suryakant has given the correct explanation, Pinky has given the correct explanation, Black Avenger has given the correct explanation. Thank you very much guys for your participation. 3 of the user has given the correct explanation, so we can move to the next question. I'm going to give you a brief explanation about this, and after that we'll be moving to the next question. Now, as Black Avenger has mentioned that this is going to be cyclic, as these are the point of tangency, so these quadrilateral, whatever the quadrilaters are forming here, they all are going to behave like a cyclic quadrilateral, because opposite angles are going to be supplementary here. So if this is a cyclic quadrilateral, this is the exterior angle, so this is going to be also, this is also going to be 75. Directly using the exterior angle property of a cyclic quadrilateral, the angle at the exterior segment is going to be equal to the angle between the opposite interior segments, right? So this is 75. So we are done with this. Now if I'm going to see this entire angle is x plus 75, and this angle is 60, and we know there is a theorem that the angle subtended by the two tangents, or angle formed at the intersection of the two set tangents, is supplementary to the angle subtended by the radius at the center, right? So this x plus 75 plus that 60 is directly going to be equal to 180 degree, and using this you will be getting the x as 45 degrees. So guys, 45 degrees is the right answer, and those who has given it as 45 degrees are correct, right? So let's just see what to see now. So this is the question, and you guys have already given the correct answers. Let's move to the next question, and let's see how many of you can do this. This time let me give you a different problem. Give me a minute. Let's have this one. This is going to be very easy for all of you, I think, because I want more and more. Wait a minute, let me just adjust the screen. Yes, I think now it is going to be visible for everyone. We are given with x, we need to solve for the value of x plus 1 by x. Welcome, Pinky. Let's see how many of you can answer this, because this is going to be easy one for everyone, I think. So I want more of you, like at least 10 users, to give the correct answer for this one. The image is cut. I already adjusted the image. Sunny, you need to refresh your screen. Azaz is here who says 18, but we are looking for the explanation also, Azaz. Black Avenger, conjugate gives, yes. Correct. Okay, Sheila is also here now. Black Avenger has given the correct explanation. The first person to give the correct answer along with the correct explanation. Let's just wait for few more to give the correct answer. Only 3 of the users have given the correct answers. Sheila, however, I think this question you were there in the morning session also. So we have discussed this, but for the evening you are a bit late. I have already discussed 3 of the question, and all of those questions were not discussed in the morning session. So those 3 questions were new to this session. And I think all of those were discussed for the first time. It's okay, Shikhar. Okay. Let's see, guys. In the morning also I told you guys that you need to solve for, if you are going to solve for this one, then you need to find the value of 1 by x first of all, right? You can rewrite it and rationalize it. You'll be getting the value of 1 by x. 1 by x is going to be 9 plus 4 root 5 only. So adding both of them, this 4 root 5 will get cancelled out, and 9 plus 9 will give you 18. But in the morning session I told you that what you need to do first, if it is going to be multiple choice question, because these kind of question are for the competitive exam, is always going to be multiple choice question. So what you guys need to do, you just need to check these values only. So if you are having 9 or 4 root 5, just square these values. So square of 9 is going to be 81, and square of 4 root 5 is going to be 80, and you will going to see the difference between these values. The difference between these values is 1 here. And remember, if the difference between the values is 1, then the x plus 1 by x is always going to be the double of the first term. Whatever the term you are going to have here, it is going to be the double of it. So it's going to be 9 into 2, 18 directly for MCQ problem. But if it is going to become in a subjective type, you need to find out 1 by x first, right? Do the rationalization. Pinky, you are right. Surya is right. Hello Sunny is right. Alright guys, so now we have, I think, very much of the users who are ready to participate for the next question. Let's see how many of you can solve this one. Take this as a challenge. We need to solve for the value of x and y. Let me just adjust the screen for you guys. Yes, I think this is now visible to everyone. Wait. We need to solve for the value of x and y. Sheila is asking for arithmetic question, but for today I don't think I have arithmetic. We already discussed 2 of the algebra problems today. So in this question you need to solve for the value of x. Remember, this AB is nothing but a tangent of a circle, and AD entirely is a secant. This AC is x and this CD is y, and this entire length is 12. Take your time. I need the correct answers along with the correct explanation. Let's see how many of you can solve this one. Sheila Devi is saying 81. Sheila, if you are writing it in fraction, I'm not looking for the answers right now. Nehal is here. Nehal, hi. if you are looking for the answer, if you are giving the answers, Sheila, in fraction, then give it in the simplified form along with the correct explanation. Right? Because 81 upon 12 can be simplified further. Pinky is saying tangent secant theorem, xy is equal to 81, sorry. Keshit says Black Avenger has given the correct answer along with the correct explanation. That's great. Okay, let's wait for a few others to give the correct answer, because we have been discussing these theorems from like so many of the sessions. So I want everyone to participate. Let's just not rush. Pinky, for y also, y is also, this can also be simplified. 63 by 12. This can get simplified further. If you are writing it in fraction, simplify it. Try to give the simplified answers. Great. But still, how only 4 to 5 users are giving the answers only. What about others? I'm waiting for 1 to 2 more comments, then I'll explain, and then we'll move to the next question. Okay, Nehal says I'm lost. Okay, no worries. So Sheila has given the correct answer. Yes, Sheila, now you are right in the simplified form. Alright guys, I'm going to give the explanation for those who are feeling lost. Let's see. As I said, this is a tangent, right? I have uploaded so many of videos on this already, on my other channel also. This much length is x. This entire length is y. This entire length, which is x plus y, is given to you as 12. So there is a theorem. Okay. So the theorem says, if there is a circle and it has a secant and a tangent, then the length of the tangent, the square of the length of the tangent, square of the length of tangent is 9 here, right? Length of the tangent is 9, so square of 9 is going to be 9 square. Square of the length of the tangent is equal to the product of the length of the secant, which is x plus y, which can be written as 12, right? 12 with its external segment. The external segment is x. So it's going to be 12 into x, so which is going to be 12x. Once again, I'm going to repeat, the square of the length of the tangent is equal to the product of the length of the secant with its external segment. So we are going to take the full secant length and its product with the external segment. External segment means the outer portion only, right? Outer portion of the secant, which is not inside the circle. Now this is going to give me 12x is equal to 81, and I can get the value of x as 81 by 12, which on simplification is going to give me 27 by 4, or it's going to be 6.75. Now once you solve for x, it is clearly visible that this y plus x is equal to 12. So y plus x is equal to 12. Substitute the value of x here. you'll be getting the value of y as 5.25, or in fraction it could be 21 by 4. So I hope this is clear. Vivek, you are right. Pushpendra, hi. You- So x is 6.75 or y is 5.25, or in fractions it's going to be 27 by 4 or 21 by 4. Both answers are correct. I hope that is clear to every one of you. Let's move to the next question. Let's see how many of you can solve this one. Give me a minute, guys. I'll give you an algebraic one. Let's have this. Nehal, we have been discussing these theorems. We have been discussing these theorems from so long, and in all, I think in almost each and every session we are discussing a few of the questions from those theorems. So you'll get to learn if you're going to join regularly. Every day we are learning something new. Alright guys, so this is the next question in which we are given the sum of the bit of expression is given to you, equation we can say, a relation is given, and we need to solve for the value of x. So let's see how many of you can solve this. Take your time. I'm going to remove this. Like, this is looking very big with. Solve for the value of x. Alright, we have Sheila again with the answer only. We are not playing answers only. Surya is saying x is equal to 40 by assuming 3 raised to power x as t, okay, and then simplify. Okay, we can do that. X equal to 4 taking common. What you have taken common, like as Surya has mentioned something, like Surya said we can substitute 3 raised to power x as t. That's okay, it's his approach. He's substituting something. What is your approach? You said we have taken something common, but what you have taken as common, I want to know that, because that's going to be a complete approach, no? If you are taking common, what you are taking as common, just write that value, like taking this much thing as common, then the rest of the thing is going to be complicated. Game players, hello sir, do you remember me? No, not at all, because we are having so many of users regularly. If you would have joined regularly, then I would definitely remember you, but today it's not. I don't remember you at all. Taking 3 raised to power x as common. Yes, Sheila, now you are right. Vivek Divedi is right, 3 raised to power x as common. X is equal to 4. Okay. Do we have anyone else to give the correct answer? Pinky is saying I can't get this. Okay, I'll explain, no worries. Alright guys, I'm going to give the explanation for this one. We are not going to waste that much of time. Let's see what Sheila or Vivek or others has done. Only one of the user, what was his name? Surya has mentioned that we have substituted 3 raised to power x as t. That is also correct. Hello Sunny, your explanation is correct. Thanks for that. Okay, what we can do, Look, if you feel like 3 raised to power x is a bit complicated for you guys, you can rewrite it as this 27 can be rewritten as 3 raised to power 3, and along with this we are going to have x, so it can be reshuffled, right? I can write it like this because the powers are going to get multiplied only, correct? So this 3x will remain as it is. Similarly, this 3 raised to power 9x can be written as 3 raised to power x square minus 3 raised to power x. Now you can take 3 raised to power x as common, right? That is okay. But what I would really appreciate, like, if someone is going to substitute it, because sometimes most of the students struggles if the thing is in variable or it's in powers, variable is in powers, right? So I'm going to substitute 3 raised to power x with some variable. Let's suppose this is going to be, wait a minute, I'm taking it as a, b, c, or anything, let's say m, and this is also going to be m. Wait, what is happening? Okay, let me write it as m only. Wait, this one is also m. What is happening? Give me a minute. Okay, I'll erase this all thing. Wait. Okay, this 3 raised to power x, I'll be writing it as a. So this is a cube minus a upon a square minus a. So once you are going to do this, taking a as common from this, I'm not writing it equal to the 82 right now. So what is this going to be? Taking a as common, this will be a square minus 1, and at the denominator also we are going to get a minus 1. A will get cancelled out, and from a square minus 1 we can rewrite it as a minus 1 into a plus 1, correct? So I'll be getting a plus 1 on simplification, which is equal to this 82. So a is going to be directly equals to 81. 1 is going to get subtracted. A is 81. So once a is 81, I have taken a as 3 raised to power x. So this 3 raised to power x is going to be 81, and 81 can be written as 3 raised to power 4. Now compare the exponents. So your x is going to be directly equal to 4. I think every one of you has already given the correct answers, right? So this is the approach that I use. So now let's just move to the next question. Let's see how many of you can do this one. We need to solve for the value of Pinky, how a plus 1 is equals to 82. Pinky, I'll discuss this at the end of the session. Okay, just make me remind, or I'll be discussing the same question on my other channel. Don't worry. We have this question. In this question we need to find out the green shaded area, and the thing is, I'll consider the only answer which is going to be correct. Black Avenger is bit late for this question, however his explanation is correct, but this is the next question. I'm not going to consider every answer as the correct answer because the guidelines are clearly mentioned that we need to take pi as 3.14. So all of you are requested to take pi as 3.14. You need to find the green shaded area, and let's see how many of you can do this one. Solve for the green shaded region. So I'm waiting for the correct detailed explanation for this. It's a rectangle for sure. It's looking like a rectangle, and it is a rectangle. If it is going to be square, then these difference must be equal, right? The difference are not equal here. This is the center of the circle, and the figure given is here is the rectangle. Take your time, think about it, and let's see how many of you can do this. Okay, Pinky is saying let me calculate. Alright. Don't forget to take pi as 3.14, guys. Shigar is saying r square is equal to 4 plus 2 square. How is it that possible? You can use whatever you want to use, Pinky. Just give me the explanation. Sheila Devi, your answer is not correct. However, if that would also going to be correct also, but I'll not consider it because you have just given the answer only, right? We do need the correct answers along with the correct explanation. Let's see how much time you guys are going to take. Guys, only answers are not acceptable. We need explanation. That doesn't matter if you are going to write it multiple times. Sheila, read the question carefully. We need to solve for the green shaded area, right? So if green shaded area is going to be, you can see the answer is not correct. Vivek Divedi is saying r is equal to 10. He is asking me that r is 10. I'll let you know if r is 10 or not only if you are going to give the explanation. Vivek 65.04 is incorrect. Can we consider the length? Yes, you can consider, Manoj, for sure. Guys, don't forget to take pi as 3.14. Sorry, it's 266. We do have other user. Pushpendra says applying Pythagoras r is equal to 10. Area is going to be 103.14 minus 1 into 6 into 10 minus 8. Okay. It's going to be 266. Okay. Sorry, it's 266. Okay. Yes, Ogul. Ogul is correct. OG Hul. Sheila is correct. Surya is correct. Correct. Alright guys, I can see most of you has already given the correct answer. Let me just give the explanation for those who are still struggling to do this. Let's see. मान लो कि radius of the circle is r. Let's say r is the radius of the circle, correct? Then this length is going to be r. How about this length only, this much length? This is going to be r minus 4. Similarly, this entire length is r, so this much length is going to be r minus 2, right? So if I'm going to join this is going to be r, right? So if this is r, I can write this as r minus 2 or this as r minus 4. So we'll be using Pythagorean theorem. This is also going to be r minus 4 only. Use the Pythagorean theorem. Make the equation as r square is equal to r minus 4 square plus r minus 2 square. You have this equation? Yes, Cogni Vox, you are right. 266 is the correct answer. You need not to, I already mentioned you need to use the value of pi as 3.14, right? So this is the equation. Solving this equation, you are going to get a quadratic equation which will look like r square minus 12r plus 20 is equal to 0. Now still the thing is, on factorization, you will be getting the factors as r minus 2 and r minus 10 is equal to 0, right? Equating this equal to 0, r is equal to 2 and r is equal to 10. You will get two values. Now most of the guys say like both of the values are 2. Both of the values are positive, sorry. Both of the values are positive, then how would we know that which one should we reject? Let's see, this much length is 2 only, this much. My radius can't be 2, right? It should be greater than this length at least. This is 4. This length is 4. So this much is the length of the radius. So radius can't be 2. It should be greater than this 4 or 2. So we'll be rejecting this value. My radius is going to be 10. So once you have the radius, see, then what about this? This radius is 10. So this would be 10 minus 2. This length is 8. Similarly, this radius is 10. Then this length is going to be 10 minus 4, 6. So we have the dimension for the circle radius. We do have the dimension for the rectangle. So you can find the area of the circle first, which is pi r square, which is 3.14 r square. So it is 10 square, which is going to be 100, and 100 into 3.14 is going to be 314. And what about the rectangle? Rectangle length is 8 and width is 6. So area is going to be length into width, 8 into 6, 48. And on subtraction, you will be getting the answer as 266. 100 pi minus 64, that is also correct. Nick is also right. But I mentioned that we need to use the pi as 3.14, so your answer is 266. Black Avenger is right. Alright. Koginev is right. Yes. Okay. I hope this is clear to every one of you. So, shall we move to the next question and maybe the last question for today's session? Shall we move to the last question, or I would say the next question? Okay, Snehal is here. We have so many of the new users. I would love to welcome, and I want every one of you to participate. So let's have this question. Take your time. Think about it. This is going to be the last question. So let's see how many of you can answer this. And don't just give the answer, guys. The rules are very simple. This is not discussed. This has been uploaded. We need to solve for the shaded region area. Whenever there is a question and nothing is mentioned, yes, you need to solve for the shaded region area, and along with that you need to give the explanation. Now don't just spam the comment section by writing the answer. I don't need the answer, guys. I have uploaded a video solution for this question specifically, right? But that doesn't mean that if you have seen that video or if you have solved this question before, don't write the answers. If you know it, don't write the answer. As Pinky has already mentioned that she had watched the video, so she is not going to write the solution for this one. And if you are writing the answer, then we can do it with the circle equation, I suppose. We know that r of smaller circle is r minus 9. Okay, you can use that. Sheila also watched that. Yes, that's why you said this has been discussed. But this question has never discussed in the live session. I have uploaded a video on it. Thanks, Sheila, for that. Thanks for that. We still have multiple approaches for this question also. I have shared only one of the approach there. Yes, Rao. Pi r square minus r square is but obvious that we know this one. That we need to subtract the smaller circle area from the larger circle. Guys, for this particular question, I think I won't be able to give the solution for this one. You guys can go through the video. There is a video on the channel already. So you'll get to know everything. You'll get to know the correct answers also, and you will get to know one of my approach, or also you can go through the comments. But comments are, I think the comments are not here on the video. The comments are mostly on the post. I have posted this question. Ritu Majumdar, hi Ritu. R minus R is 9. Black Avenger is given here to give the explanation using the intersecting chord theorem. Black Avenger is now in love with the intersecting chord theorems, right? I found it very interesting that most of the students are using now, before they were using Pythagorean theorem only, and now they are using intersecting chord theorem again and again. That's good to see. Great. That's right. Yes, intersecting is very easy if you are going to think. And I am hoping that you guys are learning something new every day. Sheila is saying one more question. Alright guys, I'm not going to give the solution for this one. There is a video on the channel, you can go and see it. Okay. So we'll have the last question for today's session. Let me just give you an easy one so that every one of you can participate. That can be calculated in a bit. Wait a minute. Now I do have the question that all of the question we have discussed already, I think. I have few of the questions that I'm not going to share right now because I am going to upload the video on those questions. So give me a minute. Let's have this. We need to solve for the theta. This is going to be every phone. Yes. Cogni Vox, your answer is correct. I am of class 10th trying to solve this, bro. Okay, you can solve this very, I think. For which class is this lecture for? Surya, this is not for any particular class. We are covering everything. And it is I think most probably it's for math lovers or geometry lover, we can say. So anyone who loves mathematics, they can join the sessions every day. Cognivex, yes, you are right. Using I in the video, I have shared the same approach that you have mentioned. However, there is a multiple approach, and everyone is free to use any of their approaches, right? So Sheila is here to give the explanation. So I'm just waiting for the correct explanation. We have Actus who says BPD. BPD is going to be 180 minus 112 is equal to 68. Your math percentile is already 99.21. What you want to improve? Theta is 38. Guys, whatever the answer you are giving, I need the explanation. This is going to be the last question for today's session. So don't mess up. I don't want to look how many times I need to tell the same thing. Like for every question, I need to say the same sentence again and again, that give the explanation along with the answer. Give the explanation along with the answers. Vivek is saying 56. But look, Black Avenger has already given the explanation. It's 56. Sheila is right. Pinky is right. Correct. Alright guys. You can see that most of you have given the correct answer already. 4 to 5 members have given the correct answer along with the correct explanations. Angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference. Okay. That's correct. Look guys, there are multiple approaches to this one also. We can use the angle between the tangents, that property is supplementary to this angle, or directly, if this is theta, this is the angle at the circumference, this is going to be 2 theta, angle at the center, right? And now as this is going to be a cyclic quadrilateral only, this is because the properties are same as the cyclic quadrilateral, opposite angles are going to be right angle, so the exterior angle is directly going to be equal to this 2 theta. This 112 is directly equal to 2 theta, so 2 theta is equal to 112, and using this theta is going to be 56 directly. We need not to solve for this, we need not to solve for this, and then we need not to half, right? I did it directly, you can see that. I hope this is clear to every one of you. Theta is 56, and the approach that I have used, that is also clear to everyone. Calculate C from the quadrilateral. Yes, Sheila, you are right. So this angle at the center is directly equal to the exterior angle. We need not to calculate this one. 2 theta is equal to 112 directly. I hope this is clear to every one of you, and this was the last question for today's session. I hope to see you in the next one tomorrow at the same timing. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. Cognivox, I would love to do JE problems also. I would love to discuss, but the thing is, my audience is from grade 7 to till the age, I think they are from on the ages of 60 and they are above 40s. So they won't be able to do JE mains, they won't be able to do the calculus integration and all, right? So I want to keep my session engaging, and in order to make that sure, I always bring the questions that is not that much complex for everyone. So I bring those questions that is understandable by each and every one of you. So that's my limitation, or else I would love to discuss JE mains problem, but my channel is not focusing on JE, so that's the problem. So I'm thinking about everyone, so I'm not going to think of on one or two aspects. Alright Manoj, welcome. Zubair, welcome. Alright guys, I hope that is No, you need not to be sorry about that. It's okay. That's completely fine. You have just asked. Okay, guys. Sheila, I think we are not going to have the session tomorrow. Or if I'm going to have, you can just turn on your notification, right? Alright, guys. Okay. I would love to see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Bye, everyone.